Good evening and welcome to Up South. I come to you live from Chennai today, and tomorrow is going to be the big day as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, because Jayalalithaa is most likely going to be elected the new leader of the AIADMK legislature party, and day after tomorrow could well be the D-Day when she could be sworn in once again as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. In fact, Chennai has been plastered with Jayalalithaa posters all over, celebrating the big day as far as the AIADMK is concerned, and tomorrow is going to be the first time she will make a public appearance after the verdict on the 11th of May. But first, the big story coming from Hyderabad. The person who had attacked a girl, Jayalalithaa, early morning yesterday and looted her inside an ATM has been arrested. In fact, in just another 25 minutes from now, he will be produced by the Hyderabad Police Commissioner. We are also told that a country-made pistol and 3 live cartridges have been recovered from him. We are told that his name is Shivakumar Reddy and is a resident of Kadapa district of Andhra Pradesh. But definitely, the incident has really scared the residents of Hyderabad.
A video of a looting that has shocked India and added to the spate of attacks inside ATMs. Headlines Today now has in its possession the CCTV images that capture the entire terrifying sequence of that ambush in Hyderabad. The attacker in Hyderabad walks in with his face hidden. Remember, it's daylight. Threatens the woman, snatches her chain and demands that she take off her earrings. The attacker then takes her ATM card and tries to withdraw cash. But the cash isn't dispensed. The attacker threatens the woman again and then flees the scene while the frightened, paralyzed woman looks on. The fear and dread that this one incident has instilled in the minds of the general public is unprecedented.
Might be there are some disadvantages using these ATMs. It's better to go online. Online transferring of money. It's a safer way.
The emergence of this video has only added to the fear among ATM users in the country. The onus now on the police to nab the accused as soon as possible and on banks to ensure security of customers at all ATMs. With T.S. Sudhir in Hyderabad, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Right, news now from Bangalore, where 2 miscreants on a bike snatched the chain of a lady. In fact, they were an attention diversion gang and they tried to divert the attention and attempted to snatch the chain of this particular lady, and the entire incident was recorded on the CCTV. This happened on the outskirts of Bangalore in an area called Tavarakare, which is part of rural Bengaluru. In fact, this incident, which of course, like many other incidents of chain snatching, has shocked the people there in Bengaluru. Joining me for a perspective is a person who knows both Hyderabad and Bengaluru very well, Harish Pijur, brand consultant. Harish, the incident of the ATM attack, and of course the person has now been arrested and will be produced in another half hour. But an incident like the ATM attack, which has happened both in Hyderabad as well as in Bengaluru, and now the chain snatching, is that symptomatic of poor law and order in both cities? And in a sense, the failure of the neighborhood watch, is that the way you look at it? Right. Let's first go across to my colleague Revati Rajivan, who joins me from Bengaluru. Revati, how are people reacting in Bengaluru to an incident like this? Because the entire incident being recorded on CCTV, extremely clear visuals. What are the voices that you're picking up from Bengaluru?
Well, so just 2 days ago, the cops did say that chain snatchers have reduced by 50%, but people here in Bangalore don't seem to feel safe even after such an assurance, because the incidents happen every day. Let's just ask here to a lady who travels to work alone, but she never uses the public transport. Let's ask her why, Lily, you don't use the public transport, is what you said. Why is that?
Okay, earlier I used to use the public transport because obviously it's more eco-friendly and something that we have to do for the environment. But because I've heard incidents wherein people, they snatch the chains and even sometimes they get killed. So which is obviously very risky. So those things, they prevent me from now using my own private transport, and which is not good obviously, but I'm forced to do it.
Also, Sudhir, we have a gentleman here who is not chain snatching, but he was robbed off right after he came out of an ATM in a similar way where people diverted his attention. Let's ask what happened.
I am Adolf. The same incident happened with me, around a year back. I just came out of the ATM, and the two guys, they're trying to drag my attention towards them by selling us some cell phone or so. I said no. I was talking on the phone with my friend. And they tried to pickpocket me, and they did that actually. They robbed me of 20,000 rupees at the time. So
yes, as you see, Sudhir, a lot of people, not just them, but others as well, if they don't have a personal experience, they've heard of someone, a relative or a friend who have had such experiences, chain snatching, pickpocketing, all of these cases, the one common point is that these people divert the attention of first and then do their job.
Absolutely. Right. Revati Rajivan, thanks a lot for getting us those voices from Bengaluru. Let's connect with Harish Bijur once again. Harish Bijur, well-known brand consultant who knows both Hyderabad and Bengaluru very well. Harish, I was asking you if this ATM attack in Hyderabad and the ones in Bengaluru before that, or the chain snatching incident in Bengaluru, do you see these as symptoms of poor law and order machinery in both cities and the fact that the neighborhood watch is not working too well?
Well, this is typically the complexity of a big city. Big cities have big problems, and these big problems are just about starting. There are just too many people in our cities, and I think, people come from all over. And, at the end of the day, there are the rich and the poor, and the fight is between the rich and the poor. And the poor will want to grab what they can't earn logically. So I think this is the reality which we're going to face even deeper in the future than in the present.
Right. Harish, you work with a lot of corporates and also with the public sector. Now, tell me, why are banks so reluctant to actually upgrade the security at their ATMs? After all, safe banking with us cannot just remain a slogan on paper.
Absolutely. I think, the safety of an ATM is the responsibility of the individual bank. If you cannot provide for that safety, please don't provide that ATM out there, because ATMs are becoming ripe places where innocent people and vulnerable sections of society are actually getting beaten up and robbed. So I think security, and that proper security, not security which is geriatric security, which cannot even fight back at times, because I've seen all kinds of people in front of ATMs. We need to be careful about that. We need able-bodied people standing outside ATMs and protecting the lives and the monies of the people.
Right. Thanks a lot, Harish Bijur, for joining us with that perspective from Bengaluru. Now news from Chennai. As I said, tomorrow is going to be the big day as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, when the AIADMK legislature party is going to meet at 7 in the morning at the party headquarters here in Chennai, and after which most likely Jayalalithaa will be elected as the new leader of the legislature party. And as I said, the swearing in is likely to take place anytime on Saturday. Let's get in a word from my colleague Pratibha Raman, who has been tracking all the political developments in Chennai very closely. Pratibha, take us through what is likely to happen over the next 48 hours in Chennai.
At this point in time, the speculation that is rife, one of the things that's doing the rounds is the fact that the Madras University Auditorium is likely to be the selected venue for the grand swearing-in ceremony. But it's almost like a festival here. Every street that's been lined with posters as well as hoardings, because tomorrow she's going to make her grand public appearance. So every road is leading.
Also, she's going to be garlanding some statues.
That's right, she will be garlanding some statues. She will be stepping out of her Poets Garden residence at around 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm told that district officers as well as MLAs are all trying hard to get their reservations in place to try and see if they could get the first glimpse of Jayalalithaa.
Okay, first glimpse of Jayalalithaa. In fact, there are a lot of posters which I saw on the way while coming here saying Amma is God. So that kind of a complete hero worship, making her into a demigod, pretty much part of the Tamil Nadu political culture. In fact, Pratibha Raman went to Marina Beach in the morning to get a sense of how people are reacting to this change of guard, because Paneerselvam took oath as Chief Minister after she was convicted on the 27th of September, and the last 7-8 months in Tamil Nadu have really been described as a listless administration. Let's hear the voices that Pratibha Raman got from the Marina Beach.
Just as this hoarding suggests, Jayalalithaa is all set to make a great comeback. Preparations are on in full swing for the 23rd of this month for the grand swearing-in ceremony. What are the expectations from the people of Tamil Nadu? What are the expectations from Chennaiites? We are here at the Marina Beach to talk to people to find out, because it's been 7 months since she stepped down as the Chief Minister. Now, when she makes this great comeback, what are people really waiting for?
It's good for Tamil Nadu and she's very respectable. And we want again she come and take the power of this Tamil Nadu, and Tamil Nadu will become a blockbuster.
7 months is a standstill, as you said. No minister has functioned. So they are waiting for the Chief Minister to come back to the power, and the state government has to function smoothly now.
We like Amma's canteen, we like Amma's water, we like Amma's return.
Is Alibaba Nalabai Dongalu, enacted as a heroine by Dr. Jayalalithaa. When I was young, she was also quite young at that time. And N.T. Ramarao was the hero. Jayalalithaa was the heroine. I'll just start the singing. Ravoji Ravoji Ralugai Rakaraga Tirundi Poyi Ravoji Ravoji Ralugai. Thank you.
He's a great fan of Jayalalithaa, and there are so many of them like this. All of them, it's almost like a Friday release, all of them waiting for Mummy's return, and that's the grand feeling that you get. Right from bus stops, right from signals to every street. There are hoardings as well as posters of Jayalalithaa that are lining every corner of Chennai. So we'll have to wait and see what will happen on the 23rd of this month. Pratibha Raman, Chennai. Headlines today.
Right. Let's get in a word from T.M. Krishna, one of India's most celebrated Carnatic musicians and someone who always speaks his mind. Mr. Krishna, you should probably take a walk around the area where I'm standing right now to see the Jayalalithaa festival, which I would describe it as. Now, before May 11, in fact, before 11:01 on May 11, even the AIADMK cadre was a little doubtful as to what could be expected from the Karnataka High Court. But post 11 o'clock, there seems to have been a new energy. Now, how do you see this energy manifesting itself in Tamil Nadu in the days to come?
Well, the most fascinating thing about Jayalalithaa and all that goes on in her life is it's tied to so many futures. It is tied to her personal political future, her party's future, the opposition party's future, the citizens' future. Today it's also tied to the future of judicial processes in this country. So I think it's a fascinating story by itself. Now, I think in the short term, AIADMK is absolutely energized, is going to feel that their real icon is back. In a way, their party is back only because of Jayalalithaa. So we had Mr. Paneerselvam, who we keep calling Chief Minister, who kept the seat warm, but he was not keeping the seat warm. He was more like a watchman waiting for the person to arrive, because sitting on that seat itself would be considered an insult. Therefore, in the short term, AIADMK is looking at something very positive in the sense of the cadre is energized, and probably there's a chance that Jayalalithaa may advance the elections. But I think what the party is not noticing and will not notice, because it is dangerous for them to do so, is that the fact that the party was dead practically without her, the fact that governance cannot happen without her, is actually a time for them to think of their long-term future. And in my book, AIADMK in the long term is almost a dead party unless something changes drastically immediately.
Right. Mr. Krishna, you make very important points. Now, also the fact that we are likely to see a very energized Jayalalithaa. Do you see a very different Jayalalithaa taking charge most likely on Saturday as she gets set to govern Tamil Nadu just a year before elections here?
Yeah, your question is very interesting because every time Jayalalithaa comes back, we are looking for a new Jayalalithaa. So initially we said she was very aggressive, very overt in her moves, in even opulence, but then became a very sedate Jayalalithaa. I'm not too sure we'll find a different Jayalalithaa. I think she has become, as years have proceeded, she's become smarter and smarter and knows what to reveal and what not to reveal. In fact, there is more that is not revealed than you actually see. So if anything, you're going to see a far more careful and cautious front of Jayalalithaa. But as a person and as a political, as an individual in the political scene of Tamil Nadu, I don't see very much difference. If not anything, she is going to feel far more confident that her future is absolutely set. But once again, let's not forget that the matter is not shut. The case is not over in that real sense unless it goes to the highest body in this country, the Supreme Court, and then we hear a verdict. So until then she may be a little careful, but post that, if suppose Supreme Court acquits her, then you may find a completely different persona up there for us to watch.
Absolutely, Mr. T.M. Krishna, but I don't think the AIADMK cadre is really bothered about what happens in the Supreme Court. As far as they are concerned, Justice Kumaraswamy is God who has delivered the ultimate verdict in the Karnataka High Court. Mr. T.M. Krishna, thanks a lot for that very interesting perspective from Chennai. Now, time for a break on Up South. After the break, the big story coming from Kerala, Suresh Gopi is all set to become the chairman of the National Film Development Corporation.